RJ, I got to talking to you, and I realized I need to keep interviewing you because there's more. There's so much more. Now, I'm not sure. You just alluded to something about hurricanes that you caused them.
Yeah, I cause hurricanes. I'm God.
Right.
Did you know you were interviewing God? No, actually, the hurricane thing is kind of funny. You know, during my radio career, which ran about 20 years plus, and until a couple of years ago. But back in, I think it was '76. You remember all the stuff that was going on about
I remember that.
the equal rights for women, the feminist movement.
Yeah, it was good times.
Well, up until that time, hurricanes had only been named after women. You stop and think about it.
I can see the correlation where that's going.
And I started a whole thing through my radio program, which caught national attention about equal rights for men, trying to pressure the National Oceanic and Atmosphere Administration into start naming hurricanes after men, right? And I kept on, and they acknowledged it finally, because we were getting tons of requests and support on my behalf across the country, across the nation, internationally, to do this. Then they kind of, they discussed it at a board meeting. Make a long story short, they kind of laid off, and I started the pressure again, and inevitably, we ended up winning. So when you think of hurricanes named after men today, I started that. So the first one was my son David, and then Hurricane Bob came a couple of years ago, which of course a lot of my friends call me Bob. So the whole men, women alternation with hurricane names of men and women are something that I did. I'm kind of proud of that.
Do you think that that might be in part the reason why men are losing their fear of women like they should have?
Well, they're losing their fear of hurricanes, that's for damn sure. You know,
Hurricane Bob.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good thing. I mean, you know, they were going to run out of women's names anyway. It was just a stunt. It started as a promotion, you know. It was nothing that I intended to be serious. It just ended up working out, but it was fun.
That's excellent.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of crazy things. Radio was a great time for me, you know. It was as much fun as the film and television that I've done, which is, you know, spanned over 40 years now, but radio was good. You know, I worked at KFI here in LA and KHJ, and which was a big hit station at the time, and K Earth 101, and so it was good. Radio was fun.
Can we hear a little bit of your radio voice? Say something like that deep kind of radio voice.
That's what I've been using.
Oh.
You want me to talk in my natural voice? Okay, well, I thought I was supposed to. No, you know, this is it. This is what you get, you know. If you mean one of these things,
there you go.
I never did that. I never did that. Because the same principle holds true for radio people, if they're any good, as for actors. Just be yourself. Right. The most successful radio people are those people that are themselves, you know, that do that well, you know.
So why the switch from radio to TV? Was it just looking in the mirror one day, you're like, oh, good God, I've got to get in front of the TV.
Oh, my God, I never look in the mirror. Are you kidding? I never talked to that guy. You know, radio was first. Then I studied with Meisner in New York when I was like 17, 18 years old. And I got a little bit of the acting bug at the time, but there was this still passion to do radio. And I still, in spite of, you know, being with Sandy for almost 2 years, still wanted to pursue that. And then went off and did it. You know, I had a little taste of television and film when I first came to California, and went off and did radio, and then came back to a film in '74, '75, you know. And it's still, I mean, I would do both. There's nothing to stop you from doing both, and I did for quite a while. You know, I was doing afternoon drive at KFI for 4 years and doing a lot of episodic television at the same time, you know, during that period of time. So it's all good. It's all related. It's all, you know, creativity, the artist at work, all of that, you know, kind of stuff. It's all related.
Have you ever done one of those radio shows like they used to do back in the day where they tell a story, kind of like acting over the radio?
How old do I look to you? 90? I mean, it's bad enough I'm getting up there anyway. No, I never did those. I was a DJ.
I thought those would be fun. You know, like somebody with a bell in the background.
You mean like Orson Welles and the whole thing?
Yeah, that whole thing.
No, that would have been great. That was long gone by the time I came along.
We should bring it back.
The personalities. Yeah, you know, because radio really, getting back to what we're talking about as far as acting, it's a good point, Madaline, that you bring up. Theater of the mind is radio. That's what it is. I mean, if someone's really good on the radio, you can picture everything they're saying. The theater's going on in your head, and it's terrific. That's very good. Yeah, they should bring that back. I don't know if it would work in today's medium, but you know, who knows?
Try it.
Yeah, yeah, give it a shot. It's got to be a lot of ideas. Those old radio shows still sell very, very well. You know, The Shadow and the Orson Welles and, you know, Jack Benny, Burns and Allen. Those shows still do very, very well.
You got the picture of the kids sitting on the floor and the glowing radio.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time. That was before me, though.
So tell me, if you had the opportunity, one, just fun, adventurous, you get 2 days to just go out skydiving, bungee jumping, that kind of fun, adventuresome stuff, what would you do?
Go out with you. What, are you kidding me? That's a roller coaster ride in itself.
2 whole days? Could you handle me 2 days?
No, I guess I would, you know, Europe. I go to Europe. I love history, you know. Europe, or I'd like to go to China. 2 days, though, you said, right?
Right.
Oh, geez, I don't know, 2 days. I don't know. You know, I'm an adventurer anyway. I'm a very impulsive person. You know, I don't limit anything to 2 or 3 days. So that's very hard to say. So I'd like to try skydiving.
Okay.
You know, as a pilot, I've learned that one of the things you don't do when you're flying is jump out of the plane. So it's a contradiction in terms for me. So I don't know. You know.
I think sometimes you need one of those people that push you. There should be one person that you can hire that just comes with you on every flight and just pushes people.
Well, I don't have to hire anyone. I got you. You would push me.
I'd
I can
probably
see it
push
in
you.
your face.
I'd do that.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with this.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, 2 days of excitement. I don't know. My son and I once did a whole day at Magic Mountain just on the whole roller coasters, and that was okay. You know, we went on everything they had and then went home. So, you know.
Did you feel okay at the end of it?
Yeah,
or?
it was great. Yeah, I like that. That was only a couple of years ago. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to hit the height requirements.
Right,
And that's
right.
when the fun begins.
Yeah,